Hello, this is Lawrence Romanowski from the Distinctive Collection in Calgary, Canada. And what we have here is a 2007 Aston Martin V8 Vantage Coupe. So the color is the black onyx, and if you can see it here in the light, it's got a reasonably heavy metallic flake in it. So walking around the car, inside we have the obsidian black interior, and in this case it's highlighted by the coarse red stitch. So you can get fine stitch and you can get coarse stitch, and this is the coarse stitch. So this Aston also has the 7-spoke silver wheels and the red brake calipers. And the red brake calipers were an option. You could get silver or black as well. So the wheels on the car are unmarked. There's no curb rash. We've got something like 4 or 5 30-seconds of tread wear in the front left. And in the rear, we've got about the same. So the tires probably have 50% of the wear on them still. No curb rash on any of the rims here. There's no marks on any of the bumper covers. We can see the standard rear ultrasonic parking sensors. Walking around the car, again, no curb rash, and no curb rash on the front as well. Also, this car, the flanks of the car are completely free of any door dings and or any paintwork. So it's glass smooth going through the sides of the car, both front and the sides. On the lower bumper cover, there is no appreciable marking or scuffs of the spoiler, and there is hardly any evidence of any sort of rock chip at all. So this car was brought up from the US and correctly imported with the RIV, and it was spared the gravel rash, which happens to Calgary cars, on the hood, bumper cover, and on the windscreen. So this car, I mean, it has only the very, very, very slightest of imperfections in the windscreen that probably won't even photograph. The hood is free of chips, no curb rash, no door dings, no scrapes to speak of. So you'd be hard pressed, I think, to find a nicer example of a 2007 Aston Martin Vantage. So this Aston Vantage, like all of them, is beautifully finished. We've got the obsidian leather with the red coarse stitch. This car is a paddle shift car, so it's an automated manual. So there's a gearbox, the transaxle's in the rear, and the selection of the gears is electromechanically controlled by the paddles. So it isn't an automatic gearbox with a fluid coupling with a torque converter. This is a genuine manual car with the paddle shifts. So in this Aston we have heated seats with lumbar control. We have the navigation. The car is covered 22,000 kilometers. We've got the 6 CD in-dash stereo. You can see the navigation popping up there. So with any of these cars, some of the things you look at are, are the sills scuffed up? They're low cars, and if you get an owner who's not that agile, sometimes getting in and out of the car, you can scuff it up pretty bad. So the sills on this car aren't scuffed up. Sometimes the edge of the seat can get worn by your foot coming in the car, and this one isn't. Sometimes, if you look around here on the door sill, these parts of the car are vulnerable because, again, it's a low-slung sports car, and you need some agility to get in and out without causing some damage. So, also, if you look on the seat bolster here, again, sometimes these areas are a little bit sensitive. So if you have somebody who can get in the car cleanly, without rubbing their feet on it, then the leather survives pretty good. But if every time you get in you kick the outside of the door or scrape the sill, or getting in the car is like a controlled fall, which it can be for some people, then the leather can get scored up. And this car isn't. So whoever had the car before looked after it and certainly took some care getting in and out of the car. So under the hood here, we've got a 4.3 liter V8. It's a 380 horsepower, revs to more than 7,000 RPM. It's a beautiful power plant. And we can see some of the details in the engine bay. Of course, all the latest generation Astons from 2005 on are all aluminum. And so we can see the bonded and riveted aluminum structure here. The orange bits here are the basically it's an aerospace grade adhesive, and then we've got the rivets. So we've got a car that's very light and very stiff. The engine is dry sump, and we can get a shot of the oil reservoir here. And of course, when you take the bottom of the engine, the sump off, and you make an external reservoir, well, that of course allows you to place the engine lower down and further back, as well as ensuring a constant lubrication for the engine, no matter what the cornering loads are. So anyway, it's a beautiful piece. It's for 07, it's depreciated from a new one. This car was $160,000 new, and a substantial saving from that for what is essentially still something that shows as a brand new car. So lovely machine. It's great colors, black on black, good options. It has the nav, it has the xenon headlights. It's in perfect condition, and it's an excellent buy from new. And so thank you for viewing. Lawrence Romanowski, The Distinctive Collection, and any of us here would be happy to show you the car.